Yesterday, reporters finally decided to ask Donald Trump about Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell repeatedly blocking any efforts from the Democrats to actually do something about election security here in the United States. And his response, while meant to be a defense of Mitch McConnell, might actually be one of the most insulting things you could ever say about somebody. And here is the very brief clip.
Mitch McConnell is a man that knows less about Russia and Russian influence than even Donald Trump. And I know nothing.
So I guess if we're going to break down that 10-second clip there, it basically boils down to Donald Trump saying that Mitch McConnell is not a smart person. He's not as smart as Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is also not a smart person. I mean, Trump literally ended that clip by saying, I know nothing. I know nothing. And Mitch McConnell knows less than that because he's a good person. There's also the weird, perspective shift because he's Donald Trump knows nothing and I know nothing. What? I mean, he referred to himself in the third person and goes back to first person. Very weird, obviously. But to kind of hit on the point that he knows nothing, which honestly might be the first truthful thing he said, that Mitch McConnell knows nothing. I think both of those statements are actually true because they refuse to look at reality. If Donald Trump would, I don't know, maybe read some of these reports out there from the intelligence agencies, hell, read the Mueller report, they all spell it out very clear. Our election system is vulnerable. People are influencing it right now. They influenced it in 2016. Even more people are trying to influence it today. And it's going to continue happening unless we do something. That's why it keeps happening, because we're not doing anything. But Mitch McConnell doesn't know anything about it. Donald Trump doesn't know anything about it because they're choosing to remain ignorant about this particular issue. Hell, we have been talking about it for 15 years. Here on Ring of Fire. Other people out there, Brad Friedman's been talking about it even longer than that. We have known that our election systems are vulnerable not just to the Russians or Chinese or whoever it is that wants to hack from overseas, but to hackers here in the United States, to downright faulty voting machines that flat out don't work and don't produce a paper trail. We have known this for well over 15 years. We have been warning you for 15 years. So there is no excuse for anybody in this country, because we're not the only ones who've been saying it, but there's no excuse for anyone in this country, president or Senate Majority Leader or person down the road from you, to say that they didn't know our elections were being tampered with. They have been tampered with for nearly 2 decades at this point. And if you're ignorant about that, it's because you're choosing to remain ignorant about that. But that is exactly what Trump and Mitch McConnell are doing today. One of today's video sponsors is NordVPN. And for a limited time, if you go to nordvpn.com/ringofire, you will get 75% off a 3-year plan. That makes it just $2.99 per month. You can browse the internet securely on all your devices and make sure that your data is protected. And also for a short time, if you use the code Ring of Fire, you get an extra month of Nord for free. Now, we have discussed in length many different times here on Ring of Fire the importance of protecting your data on the internet. We all know that companies like Facebook and Amazon and Google and all the rest of them, they sell your data for a profit. Using a VPN like that, which is offered by NordVPN, can help keep your data private and secure and prevent corporations from profiting by selling your browsing data. It's especially helpful as well if you're in a public place using a public Wi-Fi. If you're at a coffee shop, a restaurant, or even at an airport, use NordVPN to help protect your data and prevent others nearby on the same network from being able to access all of your files. Now, I can tell you, as somebody who has actually had their identity stolen, what a massive headache and hassle that truly is, trying to get your money back from these groups. And it actually happened from being on a public Wi-Fi. someone nearby was able to get into my data. They found my passwords, and suddenly all the money in my checking account was gone. Had I been using a product like NordVPN, something to, hide your IP and protect you, that would not have happened. So since then, yes, I have absolutely been using VPNs. I use them on my phone. I use them on my laptop. I use them everywhere I go. And recently I did make the switch to Nord, and I can tell you that it is absolutely the best that I have tried. They have more than 61 different countries hosting thousands of different servers out there to help protect your data. It's also exceptionally helpful if you're traveling abroad, perhaps in a country where they limit the sites that you're able to go to. Using NordVPN.com, you can simply reroute the IP and access information. They have an automatic kill switch. They have 24/7 customer support. They have email. They have live chat. They're absolutely there for you if you have any problems whatsoever. NordVPN is willing to help. And again, this is the best way to help protect your data online, not just from people out there who want to steal it, but also from the corporations who seek to make a profit from it. So again, go to nordvpn.com/ringofire for 75% off a 3-year plan. And of course, enter the code RINGOFFIRE, that's RINGOFFIRE, all one word, and you get an extra month for free.